This video is measures of position part 4. So we're going to pick up with creating a modified box plot. That's the box plot with outliers using the calculator. So first things first, you want to put your data into L1 or another list. So stat, enter, put the data in. We're going to go to stat plot just like we did with the other box plot and hit second y equals. You're going to choose plot 1 or whatever plot you want to choose to create your modified box plot. Make sure we choose on. Under type, this is what's going to be different. Instead of choosing this one here, that's the one we chose for the regular box plot, you choose this one here. It has little 2 dots next to it, next to the graph. That's the modified box plot. So choose that one. Make sure your X list has whatever list you're using. Frequency stays 1. The mark, if your calculator has that, it's how it's going to plot the outliers. So you have a choice of an open square, a plus sign, a filled in square, or a dot. I usually do the open square because it's a small calculator screen and I can see that a little bit better. And then some of you have the option of choosing the color of your graph. And then just like before, you're going to hit zoom 9, zoom statistic, and that will graph it for you. So we're going to graph example 3 using the calculator. It can compare the graph in the calculator to the one we did in example 3. So let's go back to example 3. Where did we do example 3 at? There's example 3. Okay, so pause the video, put this data into the calculator, and look at the graph. Okay, so this was the example we did in the part 3 video. But I've gone into stat edit, entered in the data into L1. Then I'm going to go to second y equals for stat plot. I'm going to turn my plot on. I'm going to choose the type is the 4th one. Keep it at L1. Now I noticed that my second plot was on as well because we did that comparison plot, so I need to turn that off. So I chose plot 2, turned it off. Let me go back to second y equals. Okay, now just plot 1 is on, so I'm going to hit zoom 9. And if you look, that looks very similar. This right here looks very similar to the graph we did in example 3. Again, you can hit trace. You can see the outliers are 25, 45. The lowest number that's not an outlier is 65. Q1 is 77. Q2 is 82. Q3 is 89.5. Q3 is 98. Okay, so there we go. That is how to do a modified box plot in the calculator. All right. We've already looked at that slide. Okay, now let's quickly talk about skewness and box plots. So if we look at this histogram here, skewness, if the smaller frequencies, smaller bars tend to be on the right, it's skewed right. So for a box plot, the way we look at it, the way I look at it, is I look at the median line. And I use that to split my box and the whiskers in half. The whiskers are the horizontal lines. So using this as my boundary, I look at the left side of the box plot graph, I look at the right side of the box plot graph, and I decide which one is longer than the other. So the right side is longer from the center median to the outside. So that would be skewed right. Same thing for skewed left. If I look, the smaller bars are on the left, but if I look at the box plot, if I divide it here at the median, the 50th percentile, the longer side is on the left, the shorter side is on the right. So wherever the longer side is, that's the way it's skewed. So this one's skewed left. Then we have symmetric. This is where they're about the same on each side of the median, approximately. Okay, and so I just have just showing you here, this line here, the left side is longer than the right side, so that one was skewed left. And that's it for measures of position. So if you have questions, please let me know.